Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a quick look here at Cake, seeing what's going on. This is looking awesome, actually. Now again, we want to look at a lot of factors involved and not just buy at the top, of course, but this does look like it's ready to rock and roll here. And the reason why I say that is because larger time frames kind of show that we've broken through some key levels. Okay, so we'll talk about that here in a minute. I do want to give quick congratulations to our community members here recently. Took some nice profits over the last few days here from Gala. Nice little 33%. We have a nice old Near Protocol 200% trade there. ARB 87%, and again here OP 85% here recently. So again, awesome stuff, and we're considering jumping into a Cake trade here, essentially based on proper TA. Because again, what we want to look at here is reasons not to take a trade and not try to convince ourselves to take a trade. Okay, try to think a little different when you're taking your trades, of course, because again, when you're putting money on the line, you want to use an educated risk, right? That's really the bottom line here. It's always a risk when you take a trade, but you can educate yourself effectively and kind of sway the favor in your to your side instead of the house. Okay, so again, we want to understand what the whales and the market movers are doing. So let's take a look at the bigger picture here. And what I was talking about earlier with big picture here is just that this is another thing I've been keeping an eye on here. This previous weekly close. So if we take a look at this, we'll just go ahead and draw this out. We can see here that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the last 7 weeks, Cake has been trying to break through this level here at $2.51. Okay, now it's way up there at 280 something. Of course, that's all well and good, but the truth here and the bottom line is that we've broken through that key level resistance on the weekly, and there's the likelihood of the price continuing higher. So we're going to draw out some trend lines here as well for some previous support levels, which could be new resistances, and we're just going to pay attention to these levels here and see kind of where they line up for us. Okay, so again, just some things to kind of look at here on the larger time frames. Again, previous week closes, previous month closes, those are important things we would need to note. Okay, so we've acknowledged that we're above a previous resistance based on the weekly. So this weekly has closed above, or safe to presume it will. We got one more trading day roughly, and the likelihood of the price closing at 250 or higher is pretty good, right? Considering how much volume we have in this coin, it could very well continue to run. So take a look at the daily here. Let's look at a few key factors here. So we are back up above, as of the last 48 hours, above the 20 and the 50-day SMA. We've also got a strong amount of volume profile at 240. Extremely ready to rock and roll here. Basically, we got a really solid base and foundation based on moving averages and, of course, the current situation there with the volume. All right, taking a look at some of these swings here. We got a stochastic swing to the upside, obviously very strong. Money flow index and RSI cranking up almost parallel with each other, which is perfect. MACD convergence on the 4-hour time frame. These are all extremely positive contributing factors here. And sorry, this is the daily time frame. MACD convergence here on the daily. I'm willing to speculate we're going to see something similar on the 4-hour time frame, probably just a little bit more advanced or evolved. But the daily time frame we can summarize is in very good shape. Okay, there's really nothing we can see that's disadvantageous on the daily. 4-hour time frame. We can see here that we are only 3 4-hour candles into this continuation. So we're 12 hours in, and we're in this position right now where the coin does appear to be overextended, but it's up over 70 on the RSI. What does that mean? Well, it means it is overextended and it's overbought, but it's also broken through a key level resistance and has a much more tendency of running at this point than to start slowing down. Okay. In other words, if you oftentimes look at previous time frames when the price maxed out, you can see here, for example, this guy right here, RSI cranks up over 70. Okay. Price action cranking up. It took roughly almost a full, what is that? It's a full like 24 to 48 hour period before the price action came back down to 70 in the RSI. What I'm getting at is that was a significant increase, somewhere in the range of 35% in that amount of time. Okay, now the price came back to kind of hang out at 70 on the RSI, but inevitably continued to stay high and continue upwards. Okay, so again, we're looking for something similar to that where the RSI actually stays above 70. And we should be able to experience that now that the price has broken through that level and is closing above some key resistances from before on the weekly, but new support levels moving forward. Okay, so again, the price does pull back, heaven forbid, it could do one of these, get a bounce off that 0.382 level for the price to further increase. Taking a quick look here at Elliott Wave. These are the levels that the price could pull back to if it does. Again, I'll post this on my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord so you can see it. I have playout charts every time I analyze a video. I take a look at this here or analyze a coin on a video. I send this out as well. So just to give you perspective here, those are the areas, and 0.5 is the most commonly retraced to location, which is exactly there at about 249, 250. Okay. So all the more reasons, all these paths lead to Rome, okay? That's basically what it's telling us here, if there is such a way to describe something. We're also trying to discover our fifth and final wave here on shorter time frames, so this is not highly indicative, but it does imply we could see a bounce off that 270 mark if the price pulls back to that most recent Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, so hourly, let's wrap this up here and just confirm we are green on every single front, good to go. No reason to consider selling or taking profit at this point. Basically leave your long position open. If we take a look at the 15-minute on our CC Golden, we can go ahead and see here that we have some nice buy signals and a sell signal here with no sell signals up here. Again, the price is pretty strong. It's moving pretty fast. So really, when I see something like that, that tells me that a long position right now might actually be an option, a viable option. So I do not recommend shorting into this coin the way that it's moving right now. I do gotta recommend that maybe a pullback or an entry at somewhere in this range here might be appropriate. I'm going to set alert for later in the 270 range, because again, if the price does pull back, that would be an appropriate place to bounce, considering that's the most recent high. Okay, so again, a lot of reasons why this should continue higher, and more than likely we're going to see the price travel upwards. Let's go ahead and talk just quickly about, and we'll wrap this up, where this could go if it continues. We're going to reverse our fibs here and just get perspective on what's going on. So we could see a price action upwards about $3.37. That would be a better case scenario. 1.618 is a really common area for the price to pull back if it hits that level. Then of course, we got some other egregious locations there, but we can talk about that later. For now, it's safe to presume that the price action shouldn't pull back any lower than 250. So an entry between 250 and 270 would be ideal if it were to come back down that low. Okay. All right, so that's where we're at there, folks. Make sure you check that out. Also, be sure to check this out too if you haven't already. Before year end, you get significant benefit rewards for registering with my link down below through Bitget. No KYC, no VPN. We are a BingX and Bitget family in our community, and unfortunately, they are requiring VPN KYCs now. So this is the best transition for us. Phenomenal exchange. They have really, really good benefit rewards too. Be sure to check that out. We got a link to this here in our Discord under promos if you're curious. Otherwise, just jump on over, get to know our community. We got a fantastic group of folks here. The best way to trade is to learn from other people intrinsically, right? It's kind of one of those things where it helps to kind of be part of something bigger. So that's why I'm super thankful. Appreciate you guys and gals. Thank you so much for being an awesome part of my life. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.